Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. It's live song review time. Thanks for joining, you guys. I'm Bradley Deniston. This is Radium Records. We're in Hollywood, California, and we are in my Studio B. So I'm going to be reviewing your songs tonight from the studio, and I'm going to be giving you feedback on arrangement, mixing, mastering, songwriting, production, basically anything and everything to help you guys make better market viable music. Right? Yeah, some of you might be making some artistic stuff, right? Some creative out there in the galaxy type shit. That's cool too. Smoking lots of weed, doing peyote in the desert, writing songs. I get it. But this show is really more about market viability. So I'm going to try to give you guys notes, listening on my setup here in this very tuned room on the Dutch and Dutch 8Cs. Spent $17,000 on these monitors, and yeah, we're here with some serious listening capabilities. All right. If you don't know who I am, I've been doing music for 26 years, something like that. I'm an audio engineer, platinum award-winning producer, audio engineer, Grammy, Oscar, Emmy nominated work under my belt, Academy Award nominated work under my belt, Cannes Film Festival, commercial music. I've done well over probably $4 million plus in sync licensing and music for picture, TV, commercials, whatever. So I'm here to just kind of help you guys out. All right. I'm not here to brag about my credits. I just want you to know like why I'm giving feedback, and you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of important nowadays in 2023. Everyone's selling you guys something, right? Yo, I'm gonna give you feedback on your song, bro. It's like they haven't done shit. Yeah, do you really want feedback from someone that hasn't done shit? So I'm here to help you guys with my experience and my years in this. What's up? Who's in the house? Say what's up. I want to shout some people out. Peter Hatch. Peter Hatch is the first to comment. You guys, their only fee for this show, this is completely free. I take time out of my day. It's a Sunday. I've been working partly for the day, but yeah, I take time out of my day. I take resource from my studio and what I'm doing to be here with you guys. So the only fee, like literally the only fee, only thing I ask of you, share the show, like, comment, say what's up, like actually participate in this shit, right? This is the music industry. You gotta be social, man. Like, some of y'all are mouth breathing over a keyboard, like mousing in some MIDI notes and fucking being so creepy and never sharing shit, never shouting out anybody. Just thinking that you're gonna be the next, you know, Kanye West in 1999. Like, come on. Share the show. Show some love. Steve B's in the house. Unite, America. Unite. Always showing up. What's up? Drew Knight, the fam. Radium Roundtable fam. You guys, I don't know why this is saying this, but I'm streaming on Facebook as well. You can send stars to support me. On YouTube, you can support the channel by doing little chat. I don't know what it's called. It's like super chat kind of stuff. So if you guys want to donate to the channel and help me do more of these shows and more content, then please do. Aisle 9 in the house. Sorry, I'm going to go through and just say what's up to everybody, all right? So just give me a second. Philippe, what's up? Across the world, I think it's like 2 a.m. where he's at, so come on, you guys can do this. Scott, what's up? I've never seen Scott. What's up, Scott? There we go, here we go. We got some fam in here. Brian Olson, part of the Radium Roundtable. I gotta say what's up to the fam that's in the roundtable. Sub Neon. I don't think I've ever seen Sub Neon in here, so it's good to see some new faces in here, or new screen names. Peter Hatch. All right, cool. Sick. Q's Baby Lullaby. Never seen Q in here. What's up, Q? It's good to see you. All right. Sick. I got some music. Let's listen to some music. And let's get feedback. And I'm going to warn you right now, I'm feeling kind of sassy today. All right? I don't know if my hormones are kind of weird. I don't know if it's because I've been sipping on this margarita, but I'm feeling a little sassy. So you guys are you're in for some shit. I don't know. Good luck. Good fucking luck. And look, we barely have any songs uploaded, which you guys are stupid for doing that. Like, I give you like, I give you an opportunity for me to listen to your music, give it feedback on my channel that I've spent 7 years building, by the way, to get to 12,000 subscribers, all very, very highly directly in the music industry and about music. And y'all just don't even upload a song. It's fucking unbelievable. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself. Like, oh, I don't have anything done. Look at this. There's like 7 songs here. which is awesome. We're going to get through these. All right, so let's start with first uploaded. We got Love Yourself by Jake James Vogel. Let's lock in. Let's check it out. Okay, that was some intense shit. I think there's some really cool stuff about this track. I'm not like a super fan of this this track, but I do think that there's something here. And what's the band that does Dance Yourself Clean? Because that's what this reminds me of. It reminds me of Dance Yourself Clean. Yeah, who is this? I always forget. The fuck dance? Oh, LCD Sound System. So it reminds me of LCD Sound System a lot, which I think is really cool. I like that sound. I'm like definitely into that. That's a vibe, right? Kind of like 80s synth wave meets like 80s pop, drum machine. I like the drum machine stuff. Overall, I think the biggest thing that this lacks is it's like the sounds and the textures and the beat are kind of all a little bit off. They're like just a little bit wonky. And I don't know if it's because you're not like quantizing some of this stuff. Like it's just not hitting at the right time. Like certain kick drums are like, oh, that felt like it was not right. You know what I mean? Which can be cool, I guess, but it's just a very artistic kind of sound, you know? As far as like market viability and this making its way into something, be pretty hard. I think you'd get into like some LCD Sound System kind of sound-alike stuff, right? Like maybe for sync, you know, they're like, oh, we really like this LCD Sound System vibe. Can you make something like that? I think this could be something that would hit that on the nose. But as far as the mix goes, I think some of the synths themselves, like especially the high synths, where it's like are like all stepping on the vocal really hard. So put them out in the sides, put them out in the back, right? Try to maybe, you know, dull them down so they're not competing with the vocal, or have those synths only play when the vocal phrase isn't happening, etc. And it's okay if it's kind of on top because that's kind of the style of what this is, but for the most part, that's what I feel like is like kind of, you know, lacking. I do like the line, like, love yourself, dun, 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 dun. Like, I want, like, a little bit more of a defined melody there. So, like, I really like the love yourself. Just, like, maybe the synths can give you something that's a little bit more hooky, a little bit more catchy, right? Not just, like random synth sounds, but maybe more of, like, a catchy riff on the synths, right? So you have like this like love yourself kind of thing, which is dope. I think that's kind of has kind of like a post-punk kind of vibe, 80s new wave kind of shit going on, LCD sound system, and it's cool. Like, it has a cool feel to it. But the synths don't have like that catchy thing. They don't have that hooky thing that you can kind of hum. So I think maybe just work on dialing in maybe something that they would kind of hone in on the ability to remember it, right? Because I can remember the love yourself, which is dope. I really like that part. And I think you can define the song and really go into it and make it even more catchy. But it's cool. Like, I don't mind it at all. I think it's a pretty cool track. It's just like more of like a mix kind of thing, like getting things out of the way, making it a little bit more hooky, maybe even define the arrangement a little bit more so we know where we're at. You know, when you go to the verses, maybe things like get a little bit smaller. The bass line, I don't remember hearing a bass line in this, but you know, maybe the bass line could have a little more melody in it. You know, it's cool. I like it. I dig it. Just sent a hot track. Dope. Let's go. All right. Unite America, you're in the song challenge this time, right? Sick, man. Yeah, it's great. I like the track. I think it's dope. Good work on it. I would just define it. Go in on it. I Believe in Love, Daniel J. Johnson Jr. Let's get it.
Here we go again. Down that same old road, trying to put it all together. But you know, it's not our fault. All comes in good time. And our time just hasn't come yet. But that's okay, 'cause in the end, I still believe in love. I believe in love. All the time we had has meant so much to me. All I ever wanted was to make you happy. But somewhere things went wrong. Yesterday we both got tired of holding on. Only agreeing our love is gone. Yet I believe in love.
All right, that's about as good for me. I'd say that I'm good there. That's enough of that. Yo, it's I hear what you're trying to do. You're just not hitting it. Like, it's got some of that soul in there. Like, some of it's there, but yeah, Melodyne goes a long way. You know, just being able to like hit those notes how you're trying to hit those notes. You're like flat, you're sharp, you're kind of like real pitchy. Definitive melody is what I want to hear in this, because I hear the melody in the piano, the bung bung bling, ding ding, ding bling bling, but I don't hear it in the vocal. Like, I believe, like, it's just traveling too much, right? And like R&B doesn't have to travel so much that you can't remember it. Like, I mean, come on. I can give you a million examples of catchy R&B. I mean, Al Green is a perfect example, right? Like, everything he did was pretty catchy and memorable, right? Let's stick together, loving you forever, whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Ooh. You know, like where's the melody? Where's the hook? Where's the catchiness? I kind of feel like that's missing. And I also feel like your pitch is missing. Like, you're trying to do something with your vocal that it's just not quite there, you know? Like, the vocals are flat and they're pitchy and they're kind of like, you got a cool voice, you can go deep, I get it, but like, we got to lock in on a melody. We got to lock in on something that's going to draw people in. Especially with an R&B track that's like super classic and old school sounding. Is like, yo, this is 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. It's 2023, and you're going to come in with like a bunch of talking and stuff. Like, we got to grab people, right? And if you're trying to go for like a little gospel feel, I feel that a little bit. I feel mainly the R&B, the Barry White references. Yeah, there's a lot in here. I mean, I grew up on this music. I grew up on vinyl records and all the classic soul records of the 60s and 70s. So that was something I was super, super obsessed with. I just feel like the hook, the catchiness, the melody. I mean, even if you just like got a little bit more repetitive with things, you could get a little bit more earwormy with it, if that makes sense. Is this the chef from South Park? Might be. It might be. It sounds good though. I mean, I'm not gonna like knock that part of it because I do feel like your voice has something in it. It's just like you gotta lock in on some melody and some catchiness. Okay, what do we got? Like that, the melody doesn't kick in till a minute-ish. Yeah, something like that, right? So it's like a lot of talking and stuff. Keys were fresh, I agree. I think there was like something there. You know, there's like some soulful stuff there. But it's so slow that if you don't really lock in with something that we can remember and hum and like get along with, it's just gonna be boring as fuck for 6.5 minutes. I mean, come on. Also, you're over compressing everything. Like it all kind of sounds like stock sounds being really compressed through, you know, compression. So that's what it feels like to me. If I just played it, I'm like, yo, this is being compressed. The sounds aren't really that interesting.
And our time just hadn't come yet. But that's
right. Even that hi-hat is like really annoying, you know, this like really programmed like 909, 808 kind of machine, you know, like it kind of takes the soul out of it a little bit. So I let that kind of, you know, get a little bit more groovy. Like maybe even a little bit more acoustic drum kind of sound, right? Like grab a hi-hat, just play it, mic it up. Or like contact instrument, find like 70s drummer would be good, you know? Stuff like that. All right, let's move on. Hopefully that's helpful. I'm not trying to like dog on your shit, but you know, I am trying to like give you some feedback. Live song review, that's what I'm doing. I'm reviewing your songs. And if you guys haven't already, you should be sharing the show, right? Like if you get anything out of this, you should share the show. If you don't get anything out of it, you shouldn't even be here, right? Like, what's the point? But yeah, if you're still here, like share the show, show some love, throw some thumbs up, you know, let people know about it, post it on your Instagram story, whatever. Like I do all this shit for you guys to like help you guys out. That's all I'm doing. So, all right, let's move on to Brassic Jan 22 Jorge Ray. Let's lock in.
I scream and shout, I can't get out. I weave this web, I'm sure I'm dead. I scream and shout, I can't get out. So why did I come here? You bring me here, I had no fear, but now I'm running. I weave this web inside my head, that you still love me. You like to kill just for the thrill, while God ignores me. I scream and shout, I can't get out, but
God damn, that is like so hard to listen to. Listen, you guys, again, like auto-tune. Like, it's okay. You don't have to be like, yo, I don't fuck with auto-tune, man. No, we all fuck with shit being on pitch and like in key. Like what is happening there? Like, and then you put that high vocal in there and I get what you're doing. You're doing the octave and shit, but it's like, it's not even in key. It's like, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Like, yo, stop. Stop. Fucking stop. Just open your vocals in Melodyne, hire a professional, put some auto-tune on it, put it on the fucking key, and like, just hit the notes. That's all. Like, as long as we can hit the notes. Because you got ideas here, Jorge. Like, what the fuck? Like, how is anyone gonna get the idea across if they can't listen to it? They're like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, you're out of tune, bro. Just fucking tune it. Just tune it so we can listen to this. If we could listen to it, if it was in tune, like, I'm being brutal, of course. Like, y'all get that, right? Like, damn, Brad's being brutal. Yeah, I thought that was cool. Like, it has some cool sounds. Yeah, I get it, but I'm not here to give you guys the compliment sandwich. Like, I'm not writing a corporate letter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not corporate. Like, this is fucking whatever I want to say and whatever I think about the song. So, that's it right there. Like, I play something like that. I don't give a fuck about the keys. I don't care about your sound design. I don't care about all your other bullshit. It could be a dope song, but if it's way out of pitch and the singer's like, like, I can't listen to it. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So don't ruin a song by not, like, tuning the vocals. Just doing the basic shit. Like, auto-tune is auto-tune. You turn it on, you put the key in, and you turn the retune speed, and you're in tune now. You know? Done. Fucking shit. All right, let's move on. I know Richard Roosevelt got some shit for us. Let's lock in. Yeah, I know this shit's gonna be dope. That's super sick. Like, I love you opening up with like that gospel choir shit. Whew! That's tight. I love that. Good work, man. I've never heard anything like that from you. So I'm excited about this one. And hey, Jorge, by the way, bro, like, this is how you get better at shit. Like, you have people tell you exactly what the fuck is going on. Like, this is why I can't hear your song. This is why I'm not listening. You know what I mean? So that's why you're here. So if anything, just take that feedback, dude. I know it's like tough love, but at the end of the day, like, I love all you guys submitting music. I respect it. I know it's difficult to share your music with the world, but every time you guys submit music and I give you real feedback, this is really how I'm feeling right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really trying not to filter my shit. I don't want to be like,
yeah, it's really good, you know? I really like the bass line, and I think that what you should do is you should just really practice and just keep working, bro.
Like, that's not what I'm here for, you know? I'm here to help you guys. That doesn't help anybody if I'm like, yeah, good work. You really tried hard, bro. You tried hard. I like when people are like, yo, Brad, that shit's, it's cool, but that sucks. Like, don't do that, you know? I'm like, that's good feedback. You don't even have to agree with my feedback. You could be like, nah, I fucking like my vocals all out of pitch. That shit's tight as fuck. All right, let's run it back on Richard Roosevelt, because I got to hear this shit again.
Allegiance through these speakers. She's no cheerleader in the bleachers. She's a modern day beauty Mona Lisa. I'll do everything in my power to keep her, 'cause she's a keeper. I put a ring around her finger. Now it's time to re-up. I'm so glad we teamed up. She was in between jobs, I was in between sluts. Something was between us, but we didn't know enough about each other. Exchange numbers, I said keep touch. She blushed, we hugged. Later we would meet up. Plans we would dream up. No plans for no prenups. Had a little man we didn't plan, plus a diva. But what can I say? You plant seeds, flowers spring up.
Yo, this is dope so far. I got some fucking notes for you, bro. I'm excited to give you these notes, but I got to shout out my guy Drew Knight because he's dropping $10 on the channel. That means a lot, man. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, you give me like $2 for the channel, $5, $10. Like that's the name of the game. Like, I give you value, you exchange value. You get it? Like, it's like, share the show to your community, tell your friends, tell your family. Like, that's the whole idea. Music is a community. Music is communication. We write songs so we can communicate and tell stories, and we can pass it down through generations. We don't write songs just so that AI can fucking copy them and like we can have a bunch of shit out there in the marketplace that we try to make a bunch of money off of. That's not what music is. Music is communication. Music is human, okay? Music is culture. Okay, so when you guys donate and when you guys share and when you guys put the culture out there, you start to build community around that. And you go, hey, let's tell our stories around this campfire. Let's tell our stories through the music. That's what it is, okay? So don't get it fucking twisted. It is not about streams. It is not about, oh, I'm famous. Look at me. I'm a famous rapper. I'm a famous artist. Like, that doesn't fucking matter if you can't communicate a message and help people and change lives and tell stories and, you know, get your political opinion across, whatever it is. Like, make people feel better. Make people feel like dancing, laughing, making love, right? Getting married. But you have to think about music as a very human experience, okay? That's what this is. This is a community. So let's keep playing with this shit because I'm digging this. I'm really liking this from Richard, man. Like, this is some new shit from you, bro. Like, this is really something different. And I'm excited about that. Yo, appreciate it. Unite America, unite. Again, thank you so much, man. It means so much. You guys supporting the channel is supporting what we're building here. Not just me. You guys understand that, right? Like, YouTube's gonna take 40% of that $9.99. It's gonna be like, yo, Radium Records YouTube channel gets like $4, $5. You know what I mean? So this is all about like continually going in and listening to your music and giving you guys feedback and shit. It's not about like, oh, I get to take home more money. Like, you guys have no fucking clue if you think that. All right, let's get back into the music. But thank you. That's what I was trying to say, in short.
I tell you where we're going. We're going up. 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 We're going up.
Preacher, you've told me about Jesus. I admit I've been mischievous, but her love has me speechless. The wedding's coming soon, soon, soon. I'm about to jump that room. 'Tis the season. These things happen for a reason. Out every weekend, partying and drinking. Often labeled a target for the jug, and I was speaking. Making bad decisions, didn't know what I was thinking. Till I found you, you gave my life a whole new meaning. The reason she's a modern day beauty, Mona Lisa. I'll do everything in my power to keep her. That's right. Cause she's a keeper. She's a keeper. I put a ring around her finger.
I tell you where we're going. We're going up. 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 We're going up.
Hey, put your hands high. Hands high. Hands high.
Dope. Loving the track. I'm gonna give you some feedback, and I don't know, Richard, you here, bro? Like, I want to know if he's here first before I like go into detail on this shit. You know, just because it's always fun when people are actually on the show. And by the way, I'm gonna the replays and the recorded replay that I'm gonna be posting, it's only gonna be available for channel members at the on the YouTube. Okay, that's $5 a month, you guys. I'm gonna be putting all the replays up on YouTube. So And the reason I'm doing that is because my channel members, they give a fuck, right? Like they're putting some shit in, right? So I want to make sure that I reward them. And like people that are like uploading shit and just being like, yeah, review my song, bro. Fuck yeah, you know, not even showing up to the show. It's like, fuck y'all. Like I don't care about y'all. Like I'm not gonna sit here and try and help people that don't want to fucking help anybody else. You know what I mean? So this is, like I said, this is about community. I want to help and build community. So that's why I'm doing that. Okay. So the big thing about this track, number one thing, 100% number one thing for me is listen to this beginning and then listen to when Richard comes in with the vocals and tell me what you think is wrong. Like for me, it's just obvious as fuck, but check it out. Right away when I hear teacher, I get thrown out of the song because it doesn't match and it doesn't fit the song. Like it just doesn't. So, and what I mean by that is I mean sonically. The vocal is like this really, really small, hyper compressed, really pushed in the high mids vocal, and it doesn't feel organic and it doesn't feel soulful. So the mix on the vocal is completely wrong for the track. When you come in with that really, really tiny teacher, like it doesn't sound right. And I don't mean like, yo, change it, change it to sound right. I mean like it doesn't feel good. Like that's the best way I could put it. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. It feels weird. It feels commercial, like you're trying to force something on us that the song and the vibe is not giving us. I'm not getting that vibe from this track. I'm getting this gospel, like, straight up like soul, gooey, warm. I mean, you even got the noise at the beginning, right? Like this is like just straight up vinyl noise and all that shit. It's really warm.
Teacher, don't tell me about procedure.
Right? So the vocal is mixed completely wrong for this track. I think you have to back off your high pass filter that you always do, the hyper compression that you always do on your records. You have a template, you have a preset, this is the Richard Roosevelt vocal channel strip. You need to fuck off with that, bro. Like that's not how we make records. You make records to serve the song. You make records to serve what the song is telling you and how it feels and to deliver your message. And that doesn't deliver the message. I'm going to be straight up with you. Like you need a warm, fat, gooey vocal, right? Even if it sounds raw, even if it sounds like it's just coming right off the mic, no compression, no filtering, like it's warm and it's just you, teacher. Da. Like you just come in with that warm, fat, gooey vibe. Like it's got to have the soul. Because even what you're talking about in the song, like that vocal sound and the sonics of that vocal does not fit the sound of the record at all. So it's so detached that it throws you off, and you're like, I don't believe this guy. I believe he's trying to get something from me, He's trying to sell me records or some shit. Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? So it feels really like used car salesman, you know what I'm saying? Like you come to this lot and you see all these classic Cadillacs and shit, and you're like, oh man, this is dope. This place has soul, right? You have the coffee, it's like really good, and then the guy comes out from the back and he's got like his comb over, and he's like, hey, let me get you in that Cadillac. I got you on that Cadillac. Hey, that's a great car. I'm gonna sell it to you right now. You're gonna take it home, and you're like, oh man, you fucked up my vibe, bro. You want the warm, like the person comes out and they're like, yo, how you doing today? Have some coffee. Actually, can I make you something? I'll make you a mocha. I'll make you something real nice out of the espresso machine. Oh, you don't want coffee? All right, cool. You want a beer? You want a glass of champagne or something? Let me get comfortable. It's all good, Like that's what this song should feel like. And when the vocal comes in, hyper compressed and hyper filtered, you automatically are like, whoa, what? Like you had this like choir idea, this gospel idea. It's really warm, It's like going to a church, right? And you're like, man, this is like really welcoming. And then the pastor gets up there and he's like, if you're not a Christian, you're going to burn in hell. You know, you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to be here right now. You know what I'm saying? You want people smiling and like, I don't know. That's just like my initial reaction. And that's the art of mixing. That's the art of like getting sonics correct. And getting sonics correct go a really long way. You know what I mean? Like, depending on what you want to do with the record. With this record, though, I feel like you got to draw people in because you're talking about some shit that's like really personal and beautiful. And I think you're talking about a girl or something here.
We hugged, later we would meet up. Plans we would dream up, no plans for no prenups. Had a little man, we didn't plan, plus a diva. But what can I say, you play.
See what I'm saying? So you're like rapping a little bit here about this story about this this girl and like having kids and like, you know, meeting up, and you know, it's like lovely. It feels lovely. So keep it lovely, keep it warm, keep it raw and emotional, and keep it like spiritual and happy and not so compressed and not so like, hey girl, you know, like it's just kind of like, whoa, why is that so sharp? Why is that shit so intense? Someone was saying it needs a clap or a snap or a snare or something. I don't agree with that. I think that like that's kind of the cool part of this track that keeps it raw. But if you're gonna go raw, you're not even gonna have a snare, not a clap, not a snap, nothing. Then you got to keep the vocal raw, and you got to keep the mixing raw, and you got to keep everything like raw. You know, if you're not going to do that, then yeah, you should put a clap or a snap or something in there. You know, you should give us something. Last note I'm going to give you on this one, because I could really just go in on this shit and just like give you a million notes. But this idea up front right here, this like is the vibe right here. Okay, so that right there. Like, why do you not bring that back? Like, why am I not hearing that in here somewhere? As like a pre-chorus, as like a post-chorus, as like something that breaks up shit. You know what I mean? Like, take them back to church. You took them to church at the beginning, but then like, we're not going anywhere near church. Now we're going to like hands up and shit.
If you going up.
Like, that's what? Like, take them back to church. Like, this is what you opened with, right? So you already have them warmed up. They already expect that. So why not put that back in here? You know what I mean? Before a chorus or something. Like, that's dope. Like, give us the bump, come teacher. You know, like, you got to like come back in with that. Bring that back around. All right, and that's all I got for this one. But I love the track. I think it's super dope. It's something different from you, which is always refreshing. All right, let's get into Zara essay finals. Don't even try to pronounce that. Gotcha. Done.
मेरा दिल ये क्यों रो रहा था दूर तुझसे है ना धड़क रहा था पास ना तू है ये दिल भटक रहा था तुम जाना माही वे तू जरा सा काफिराना दिल का मेरा छू के जाए मुझको ये बाहें तेरी तेरे दिल में रहना जरा सा मेरी बातें तो सुन ले तू जाने जा तेरा दिल धड़के किसी और के लिए मेरा याद ले जाने दे जाना तेरा पता खो गया है तेरी बाहों में मेरा दिल क्यों सो गया है क्या फिराना दिल का मैं
All right, so second verse is where you lost me, and I think you'll lose a lot of people there. Just because you've already done that. Like, it sounds like an intro again, right? Like, why go, like, all filtered and, like, break it back down again? It feels like a breakdown, a bridge. Obviously, I don't speak the language, but I don't need to speak the language to understand, like, an arrangement in music, right? So for the style and like the EDM, four on the floor dance kind of thing, like electronic music thing, like you're hitting it over the head. Okay, it's a dated sound for sure, but you're hitting it over the head, like you're nailing it. You're like, yeah, done. You did it. Good job. But as far as like making this a captivating song that people are going to be like, fuck yeah, let's keep this going. This is the vibe. Let's keep this going. Like this second verse is not doing it, you know, because you're coming into this with like this filtered, like almost like intro kind of vibe, like you're building, and it's just not building at all. You know, I would open up that second verse a little bit more. I wouldn't have those drums like so, you know, like and the vocals like really filtered and really reverberated. Also, like a very dated idea is the delay throws. Instead of the delay throws, I think it would be cool to have like an ad lib in there. COVID, like that part, like that's super dated. Like doing delay throws like that, or just having the delay on the whole time, it just sounds super amateur. It feels like it feels very stock music library sound. Okay, so I'm just giving you my opinion on this. Like I've heard shit from, you know, these kind of artists a million times. I've worked on these kind of records, and everybody wants to do the same thing, you know. Oh, you got to fill up that void with a delay throw, you know, have a delay, like try something different, try be a little bit more unique on those parts, especially on the chorus here. Okay, so someone said it's really busy. That's the part that's really busy. Like there's no room for anything. So what I would try and do is like make phrases with the melody a little bit more, right? Like really try and like make the phrasing happen. So it's not going you know what I mean? Like you got to give space. Space and like phrasing and punctuation is what makes things memorable to our brains. We want like this space, you know, like you can have like da 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 da, instead of like it just going and going and going and going and going. So that's kind of like what I'm hearing. Yeah, and it's all the effects as well, like the reverbs and the delays all overlapping and like, you know, clumsily falling on top of each other. I think you got to be really careful. So that's the part that's like just not catchy, right? It's just like it's just confusing a little bit, right? So give us more phrasing, give us more like patterns that our brain can go, yeah, I like that. That's fucking sick. I'm going to go to the end here and I'm going to listen to this. Yeah, so the auto-tune is like pulling your melodies into like some weird shit, right? So remember earlier I'm like, use auto-tune. But you can fuck up auto-tune too, right? So if you're just like onto auto-tune, it's gonna go like what the fuck is happening with the melody? The melody has no pattern. That's the biggest note I have for you on this song. There's no pattern to the melody. And the brain is like, what? Like, you can have a pattern, man. Like, you can have a da 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 da. You need something that we can remember. Just feels it feels like all over the place. I guess that's the best way I can put it. Everything else, like, I think you dialed in on the sound that you're going for, you know? Hopefully that was helpful. Sonny, I'm like long-winded on this, aren't I? Like, I'm giving you guys like intense feedback. I think it's because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, like, 7, 8 songs. So I want to like make sure I go in depth with everybody that uploaded, because y'all uploaded, right? Like, it's Sunday. I appreciate you guys showing up, by the way, and sharing the show, and the super chats and all that means so much. You guys have no idea. Like, spending my Sunday night with you guys. The Hollywood Bowl is like right here. It's like 5-minute walk from me. And tonight it's Willie Nelson's 90th birthday, and they got fucking like everybody over there. They got Snoop Dogg over there. They got Willie Nelson, of course. They got Jack Johnson over there. There's a bunch of artists over there playing, and I was gonna go to it and get tickets and everything, but instead I was like, nah, you know what? I need to do live song reviews with my people. I need to get up on my YouTube channel and like talk to my people, and help you guys out. So skipped out on that. Like, fuck Willie Nelson, Snoop Dogg, and Jack Johnson. Let's hang out here. Spot has 1 to 11. Facts. I live in the future. Yeah, let's go. Let's get into Sunny. Get your knee off they neck. All right, let's go. That's a political statement for sure.
Hey, yo, Fraxel.
I'll be fast.
This the
Yeah.
one.
Ayy, only colors I see is red, blue, and this burgundy. I'ma keep on getting green every day till they murder me. Fuck the police, always harassing and searching me. These faggots have badges out here purging the streets. Mad cause I'm white and had the courage to speak and stand up for all my brothers still searching for peace. And speak for all the mothers losing sons in these streets because the color of their skin and the way that they speak. By the ones supposed to keep their sons safe in these streets. So fuck the pigs killing kids and all the racist police who traded in their hoodies made out of blankets and sheets and put a badge on. Now these faggots playing for keeps. I'm praying for peace. Yeah, praying for peace. It's time we march a million deep and take this shit to the streets. Understand why these players keep on taking a knee, cause we've been lied to, it ain't the way they making it seem. They wanna brainwash the streets and make us think that it's all in our head, it ain't really.
All right, so that's kind of enough for me of that. I think the biggest thing like that you have to be careful of when you're like making statements with your music, whether it's like political, racial, division, all that kind of stuff, is not to use divisive language when you're trying to talk about fixing divisiveness. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, does that make sense to you guys? So it's like you're talking about like how police are like police brutality. It's pretty obvious, right? But you're also like saying faggot and like over and over again. Like you're talking about a very derogatory term towards people that decide to love someone of the same sex, right? So it's weird. And I don't mean weird in like a good way. It's almost like I think you're going to lose your listener because you're like, man, it's like, don't be racist, but you fucking God lovers, you Christians that we hate, you homosexuals, don't be racist. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, dude, you gotta like pump the brakes, man. Like using the term faggot is like, dude, I grew up on that, right? Like I'm 39. So we said that growing up. It wasn't even like a thing where we were trying to be derogatory. It was just like, you know, we just use that term a lot. It was just like the thing to say. You know, I grew up with two brothers, you know. But at the end of the day, like you have to be, like if you're trying to get a message across, you can't be divisive with your language and like hate on everybody else besides like the people that are being racist. Like I don't get that part of it. So I think you're going to have a hard time getting your message across with that. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with using strong language and stuff. But when you're using divisive stuff, like things like that are hating on people for their sexual orientation or their religion or whatever, trying to make a point about something else, I think you're going to lose your audience. Okay. So that's just my, that's just my opinion on this. Okay. I'll just give you my feedback on that. Now let's get to the music side of it and the sonics of it. The vocal sounds horrendous. Like you mixed it so bad. Like I couldn't mix something this bad. I don't think I could. Even if I tried to fuck it up, I don't think I could get there. Like the vocal is like super distorted and compressed the shit. And it just doesn't sound good. It's hard to deliver a message that you're trying to get across when it just doesn't sound good. You're using divisive language that's like hating on other people that, you know, are born a certain way. And you're like hating on them to make a point about how these people are like, bro, it just doesn't make sense. Like the whole track doesn't make sense. So yeah, pump the brakes. I don't know what to say I don't know what to say about the track. Like it's just not, it's not useful. All right. Brother Boost, Sitting Ducks, Peter Hatch. Let's roll. Hopefully you guys get what I'm saying, right? But yeah, don't like the homophobia, right? Like, come on, man. Like, why be homophobic to like try and be for like against racism? Like, I'm against racism, but I'm for homophobia. Like, what? Like, imagine if someone was like, yeah, man, I'm all for you practicing whatever you want with your sexual orientation, but, you know, like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it. But I'm racist. Like, you guys wouldn't listen to someone that's like, yeah, I'm really racist. I'm going to use a bunch of racist terms in my song, but I'm talking about how you should support the gay community. Like, you lost me, man. Like, hate is hate to me. Straight up. Like, I'll never understand that. Like, if you hate people because of the way that they were born, the color of their skin, their sexual orientation, what they believe in, like, if you hate people for that, you're a fucking piece of shit. Sorry. You're not welcome here. Fuck you. All right, let's get into Brother Boost. Sitting Ducks, Peter Hatch.
Damn, the nation took my head. Simple hand, one that I wrote. Here's the girls, just rock this hand and hold that man. Something I'll make off of it. We are just sitting ducks. We are playing the music in the main.
Yo, I think it's Modest Mouse, like, for sure. Like, let's be real, right? Peter, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, oh, I don't listen to Modest Mouse. I don't even know who that is. Like, please tell me I'm completely off. Because I love being wrong. I'll be real. But most of the time when it comes to music, because my catalog in my brain, and I'm not saying this to, like, you know, be like, I'm so badass, I'm so dope, dude. But the catalog of music in my brain is, like, very extensive and very deep. I've listened to all music my whole life. And anyway, tell me I'm wrong. Modest Mouse. So Modest Mouse is, like, weaved throughout this whole song. Like, it's just straight up. The whole vibe of it is kind of Modest Mouse, which I love. Like, I would absolutely not, you know, hate because of that. I fucking love that idea. I love that sound. We are just sitting ducks. Like, sick, dude. Good work. Like, I really, really like this. I think this is really dope. Where you're gonna have some notes from me, and where I'm going to tell you to, like, kind of hone in, is the mix, right? The mix needs to be more modern. There's no way you can come out with Modest Mouse from, you know, back in the days. Like, Modest Mouse is just better than you. Like, no offense, but they're just going to make shit that's way more intriguing and musical. And the arrangements are better. And the compositions are better. And the melodies are better. Like, no offense. But, like, ripping them off is going to be a really hard thing for you to do unless you can come with something fresh from that concept and that idea. Okay, so it wasn't on my mind. Really? Okay, so you've never heard of Modest Mouse. You've never listened to them. That's just not something you've ever even heard of, that band. You're like, yeah, I wasn't trying to do Modest Mouse. Because if you weren't, like, it wasn't on your mind when you made this song, then it subconsciously just bled in through something else that was ripping off Modest Mouse. So, because it's just, like, super, it's that Modest Mouse indie kind of idea, right? Another one, to give you an example, would be like Bon Iver, right? So it has some Bon Iver in there as well. But the biggest thing for me is going to be, like, your use of production and how you're producing this is going to be, like, refreshing that sound and giving your own vibe to this, right? Which I think you did pretty well with this idea of using the harpsichord right here. So the harpsichord is really cool, and I think you should kind of, like, if you want to make this more interesting and, like, more towards you and making it personal and more of your own style, like, get an actual live harpsichord player and have them play that on a harpsichord and mic it up, or find a really, really good harpsichord sample, which you can find in, like, Keyscape has some really good harpsichord sounds. But, like, find something that's very dynamic and sounds very organic and real. because I feel like that's kind of the thing that is going to like help you stand out from this, from like, you know, Modest Mouse and Bon Iver and all the other indie kind of guys that this sounds like. Because even like the sitting ducks idea is really cool, but you have to like make sure that that's held up, like that's emphasized, because right now that's kind of being stomped on, which is very indie. Like it's like you can't really tell, like the vocals and the music and the musicians are kind of like all on top of each other, and the vocal is kind of part of the instrumentation. But I think if you want to update the sound, you would do it where you would have your vocal be more of the emphasis and up on top a little bit more. The whole sitting ducks thing. Okay, and then the way that you're processing it and everything is very much Owl City, right? It's very Owl City, Postal Service. So, you know, let me know when I'm hitting something that you understand and that you know. But that's like, I can hear all these people and these influences throughout your music. You have to find a way to be Peter Hatch, where people go like, yo, that's Peter Hatch, man. That's super dope. He fits in the lane of Owl City, Postal Service, Modest Mouse, you know, but he's doing his own thing and he has his own sound. And I think that's really where you got to lock in. I think the live harpsichord could be like a really cool edge for you. And that's probably pretty easy to find. Just find a piano player that is a really good pianist, right? And then have them like record a live harpsichord, you know, find someone that has a harpsichord. Which even if you like had a really great pianist come over and play the keyscape harpsichord, like something really good as an instrument, like a sampled instrument harpsichord, if they played it really well, like you'd be like, fuck, it's gonna be a big difference, right? Just make it a little bit more musical and less programmy. And you're like over processing everything, like especially here with the vocals, super compressed, like over compressed. It doesn't sound good. Right, like everything's competing, you know, like yeah, like it's all on top of each other. So be careful with that. The mix itself is going to be really hard. Yeah, I love Bon Iver. Yeah, I figured you would. It sounds very much up that alley. That was me playing. Yeah, so I mean, you know, it's good. It's just like it's not anything different or unique. So we want to find something like more unique in that lane, that Bon Iver, Modest Mouse, Owl City kind of lane, Postal Service. Like you want to do your thing, right? But it's cool, man. Like it's a cool vibe. I think you can really do something cool with it. I think overall, like the arrangement to me would be something that you would really work on as well. Like just like definitive moments, like we are just sitting ducks. Like that's got to be a thing, and then you got to come into, you know, like motion of like things drop out, pauses, things becoming more you know, subtle, and then things getting bigger, you know, all that kind of stuff. So just kind of like give us a little bit more dynamics in the arrangement itself and the composition. But it's dope. Good work. Love Songs for Stupid People, Jim Young. This will be our last one tonight, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show and you're sharing the show and you're showing love for the people that uploaded. Can you play Mind? I don't see yours, and this will be the last one tonight. So I'm sorry. Next time when I send the email out, y'all can upload and do it quickly, because it's first come, first serve, unless you know, join the channel, which, you know, I don't see that you did, Q baby. So let's get into Love Songs for Stupid People with Jim Young.
I was young and just a virgin. Love was hard, the brain was soft. It's not my fault, that's how I learned it. Passed down to me from boy to man. That's why I write love songs for stupid people. Love songs for stupid love songs. That's why I write love songs for stupid people. Love songs for stupid love songs. I used to be a hungry animal, so full of.
Yo, Jim, there's like a problem with your recording, and I hate to bring it up because it's like driving me crazy. But there's like a high pitch like whistle in the recording, which could be a cable or something. I don't know, but it's like that really like, you know, that like buzzy sound. I don't know if it's in the vocal. I can't really tell, but it could be in the vocal.
Lost in desire. It's in the blood, it's in the psyche. It rules the body from head to toe. That's why I write love songs for stupid people. Love songs for stupid love songs. That's why I write love songs for stupid people. Love songs for stupid love songs.
Yo, I love how unique this song is. Like, I was like, at first, I was like, yo, where's this going? Because, yeah, it's like you're, I think it's in the vocal, just so you know. It's like the recording, it has that, like, that, I can't even, like, whistle it because it's so high-pitched. But I even hear it, and I have my air conditioner going right now. So that's a problem in the recording for sure. It's like that really, really high-pitched squeal, which is, it could be a ground loop, or it could be something with like the cable or something. But I really fuck with this track. Like, I think it's super unique. I really like the vibe of it. I'm gonna play this.
And just a virgin, I was young and just.
Yeah, it's like that dog whistle frequency that's driving me nuts. Sorry. It's killing me, dude. Like, when I hear shit like that in a recording, I'm like, oh, I can't hear anything else. It's like a dog. It'd be like, "Wah, wah, wah." Like, what the fuck? You know, this shit's driving me crazy. That's what's going on for my ears right now. Anyway, so beginning here, this is like someone said EQ is your friend. I totally agree. The guitars right here, I feel, are too dynamic. Right, so like that, like fling, like that whole thing right there. Here, I'm gonna do you a favor, bro. Like, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna download this. I'm gonna do this for you real quick, just so you can hear what see what I'm hearing, I guess is the best way to put it, right? It's like the guitars have a lot of brittle, like 2K to 4K kind of vibe, right? Like, that's like really harsh. It's like slang, like it's just knock your fucking head off. Yeah, class is in session. Here we go. But it's like also that buzz, that like, it's so high. Does anyone else hear it? Like, you guys hearing it? Please tell me someone else is hearing that. The like whistling in the track. It's an obvious like issue with a frequency. It's like very, very high pitched. I don't even know where it's at. It's probably like top. Okay, so you do hear it. Okay, thank you. I don't want to feel like I'm going crazy, you know what I mean? Like, oh fuck, maybe my hearing's going bad. Like the fact that I'm hearing that like through the air conditioner sound and everything is like, whoa, it's too much, you know? It's too much. Take it easy. Take it easy. Oh, it's an MP3 too. I don't know if like that's gonna matter, but you know, whatever. All right. So here's the guitar stuff, right? Okay, so there's some tuning issues there as well in the guitar. But let's open up a little EQ action here, so you can hear or see. Because sometimes I'm like, yeah, you just need to see this, I guess, if you can't hear it. It's like right in here. Okay, so check this out. Okay, let's go. Let's just like solo this out, right? This area. All right, check it out. Okay, I was wrong. It's even higher, right? Like it's like really high on the strings. It's that like brittle, harsh, really tinny sound right there. So right in here, in the 8K area. Just a lot of harshness up there. Like that's just like really, really brittle. It's like, like that'll really hurt someone's ears. But yeah, just be really careful with that. Yeah, high frequency is not my friend. You're probably just not hearing it. I get it. Like it happens, right? Like you get older, you've been sitting in front of a an amp and a drum kit and all that shit. That's exactly what it is though. And you're right, Tim. It's like of course gonna be like that 8500 or whatever, and then like that 45 or 5K sort of area here. So just be really careful of that because that's like really brittle. It's just a lot. So a lot of the times I wouldn't even like EQ that, right? Like a great example of not EQing that would be to just give it like a tape saturation or even compress it, right? Like compression can do crazy amounts of love for this, right? So I'm just going to turn a compressor on. And like, let's go to a vintage FET and let's just compress it just so you can hear the difference. Yeah, never mind. You definitely need to EQ that out. It's just the way it's played as well is like very, like I would play it a lot softer, record it differently. But yeah, that's an issue there. And then the buzzing, let's find that.
And just a virgin, love was hard, the brain was.
I can't even do it, man. I think like a lot of it is in that top. So just so you know, like there's a lot going on in this top here that's like just not musical. It's very like brittle, it's digital, it's buzzing. There's some weird shit going on there. So just be careful with that. And obviously if you have the track outs, like you have a session, it's going to help you because you can hone in on that. But overall, I love the vocal. Like, I love the "It's just a bourbon." Like, your voice is so dope. I don't know who's singing on it, but it's super dope. Like, very, very interesting voice. Yeah, there we go. That's what's up, Tim. Shout out to the Masterclasses, man. Like, I've been fucking busting my ass for you guys, giving you guys Masterclasses. But 14 Leslie's, there you go. All right, you guys want to hear a song that I'm working on? I'll open it up and check, show you a song. It's called Reflections. It'll be the next one I drop after the next one I drop. I don't know. If you guys want to hear it, I'll play it for you. But otherwise, I'll get out of here. Let me know. Yeah. I feel that. I feel it. I feel it. Yeah. I mean, I played in bands and stuff pretty much like half my life. Being in front of amps, and I played drums. Like, that was my very first like serious instrument was drums. The drum kit. So, like, I still play drums. I got a vocal booth in the garage that has my drums in it. So it's a big booth. It's like, 6 by 8 or some shit. It's awesome. I love it. I found like this, it's like a $21,000 booth from vocalbooth.com, and it's like double, platinum series type shit. And I got it from this guy in LA that was trying to get rid of it because he had it in a storage unit that he was paying $250 a month for. And he's like, I got to get rid of this thing. So I got this like $21,000 vocal booth, and it's like mint condition, hardwood floors and everything. I got it for like, he was asking like $3,500 or something for it. I was like, yo, I'll give you $1,500 and I'll come get it, and he went for it. So I got a $21,000 vocal booth for $1,500. Jim, if you're mixing this, I highly recommend. He's right. Jim, look, Tim doesn't lie, bro. Tim ain't a liar. All right, you guys want to hear some music? Wow, 21K. It's up there, man. It's really up there. All right, I'll play this for you. This is not the next release I'll be dropping, but the release after that. And it's still got tons of work to do on it. The writing's not even done, but I want to show it to you guys. Let me know what you think. All right, that's all I can show you right now. I don't want to give it away because, I've been working my ass off on this one. And I got a bunch of different like analog synths and all that stuff in here. So I'm excited to drop this one. I'll show you one that's actually like pretty much done though in the next release. Just before I get out of here, I'm going to play this one because I really fuck with this one and I'm excited to drop it. It'll be the next release that I drop. So here it is. It's called Bring the Good Times Back. And then I'm going to get out of here, guys. I really, really appreciate you guys coming through. Share the show.
You got me feeling like I'm back home. Love me like we're still young. Lady, love don't lead me young. Got me humming like I'm Sam or Dave up on the dance floor. Love me like you did before. Can we bring those good times back? Good, good, good. Can we got me feeling like I'm back home. Love me like we're still young. Lady luck don't lead me on. Got me humming like I'm Sam or Dave up on the dance floor. Love me like you did before. Can we bring those good times back? Good. Let's go. Can we bring those good times back?
All right, that's it, guys. That's all I got. That's all I got for tonight. Love you guys. Really appreciate you coming through. Thank you for sharing the show. Thank you for everything else you guys do. And I'll keep things coming, all right? And definitely check out What If, the single I dropped, like literally on Friday. I love the song. I love the support. You guys go tap in, go listen, go share it, go add it to your playlist. And yeah, I'll keep giving you guys feedback on your music as well. All right, peace. Happy Sunday. Have a good week.